When his father, Donald Trump, assumed the presidency in 2016, Barron was just 10 years old. Since then, he has had to endure a lot of changes and pressure. From being the butt of too many jokes to having his life threatened, Barron Trump's life was never the same as before. Now 17 and on the cusp of adulthood, how have these challenges affected him? And more importantly, will they have a lasting impact? Stay with us to take a look at the tragic life of Barron Trump, Melania. Trump's pregnancy wasn't planned. When Melania Trump discovered her pregnancy with her first child, it was somewhat unexpected. Melania and her husband Donald Trump, who had 4 adult children from prior relationships, had not planned on expanding their family so soon. The prospect of caring for a newborn was not a priority for Donald at that time. However, the news of the pregnancy brought a mix of emotions. Melania, a Slovenian-American former model, described to People magazine in 2006 how she broke the news to Donald. "He came home, and I told him he'd be a daddy. His initial reaction was one of needing time to absorb the news. It was quite a surprise for him. But after that, he was very happy." Donald himself admitted his astonishment, not at the pregnancy itself, but at its rapid onset. "I expected we would have children, so I wasn't totally surprised, but the speed of it happening was unexpected," he commented to the magazine. Barron Trump's father didn't want to be there when he was born. The couple, from the beginning, made certain decisions about the labor and delivery process. Notably, they agreed that Donald would not be present in the delivery room. In a revealing interview with People magazine shortly before the birth of their son Barron in 2006, Donald Trump expressed his preference for not being present in the delivery room. "I think it's easier for Melania if I'm not there," he stated. In the same interview, Trump also described his intention to be a more hands-off father, a role quite distinct from the increasingly involved approach many modern fathers adopt. The birth of their son Barron on March 20, 2006, marked a significant change in their lives. Despite Donald Trump's later joy about the pregnancy, his initial lukewarm reaction and decision to remain absent during the birth might not be the most encouraging story for Barron to hear about his arrival into the world. He never knew his grandparents. Having close relationships with elderly relatives can be incredibly enriching, providing valuable insights, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of family history. Grandparents, in particular, are often sources of great knowledge and love, offering a unique perspective on the upbringing of our parents and strengthening family bonds. Unfortunately, Barron Trump missed out on this experience with his paternal grandparents, Fred and Mary Ann Trump. Fred Trump was not only an accomplished businessman with an impressive apartment empire, but also a significant influence on his son, Donald Trump. His business acumen and life experiences could have been invaluable lessons for the youngest Trump, but sadly, he passed away in 1999 at the age of 93 following a hospital stay due to pneumonia, several years before Barron was born. Donald Trump's mother, Mary Ann Trump, known for her warmth and love, was fondly remembered by her son during an interview with Fox and Friends. "I had a great mom. I love my mom, and she loved me," he shared, expressing the deep bond they shared. However, like her husband, she passed away before Barron's birth, a year after her husband's death. Perhaps most tragically, all of his elder half-siblings had the opportunity to know and interact with Fred and Mary Ann Trump. For Barron, the lack of this familial relationship is an unfortunate circumstance, potentially feeling like a missed opportunity to connect with an integral part of his family heritage. He has switched schools frequently. Barron Trump, the youngest child of Donald and Melania Trump, found himself in the public eye from a very young age due to his parents' prominence. Ensuring his safety and privacy was a priority, yet his images frequently appeared in public, capturing attention with his undeniable cuteness as a baby. As Barron grew older and began attending school, His public appearances became less frequent, likely a deliberate effort by his family to maintain his privacy. Initially, Barron's early education took place at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, situated on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, conveniently close to the family's Trump Tower penthouse. However, his relatively normal life experienced a significant upheaval when his father, Donald Trump, embarked on a presidential campaign. Donald Trump's victory in the presidential election on November 8, 2016, marked the beginning of a series of major transitions for Barron. The family's move to Washington, D.C. necessitated a change of schools for him. Melania Trump chose to remain in New York until the end of the school year to minimize disruption, after which Barron enrolled at St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland. This move required Barron to adapt to a new environment, forge new friendships, and adjust to a different routine. The need for adaptation didn't end there. Following Donald Trump's defeat in the 2021 re-election bid, another relocation was in store for Barron. The Trump family moved to their Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida, where Barron was enrolled at Oxbridge Academy in Palm Beach, set to graduate in the class of 2024. Barron Trump was scared to move into the White House. The election of Donald Trump as President of the United States marked a significant turning point in young Barron Trump's life. At just 9 years old, Barron was about to experience a world far different from his familiar New York City environment. Moving to the White House meant adapting to a life constantly under the watchful eyes of the Secret Service and becoming the focus of paparazzi, a daunting prospect for any child. Donald Trump, in a November 2016 interview with People magazine, acknowledged Barron's mixed feelings about this dramatic change. "He does love New York, and he loves his school. Not so much living in the White House," Donald said. He also expressed how Barron was apprehensive about being separated from his friends, a natural concern for a child his age. Despite these fears, Donald saw a positive angle, believing that his presidency could benefit many young people, a perspective he hoped Barron would eventually understand and appreciate. Life in the White House, however, had its perks. Barron had access to amenities that most children could only dream of, such as a bowling alley, a swimming pool, and a movie theater, all within a stone's throw of his bedroom. But adapting to the role of the first son was not without its challenges. The glare of the public eye and the responsibilities and scrutiny that come with such a high-profile position could be overwhelming. Recognizing these challenges, Donald and Melania Trump took steps to shield Barron from excessive public exposure. The White House press office, following the inauguration, underscored this approach in a statement. "It is a long-standing tradition that the children of presidents are afforded the opportunity to grow up outside of the political spotlight." This statement highlighted Trump's intention to provide Barron with as normal an upbringing as possible. He has been the butt of plenty of jokes. Barron Trump's time in the White House, while shielded from public scrutiny to a certain extent, was not entirely free from the spotlight and the challenges it brings. While the specifics of his media consumption remain unknown, it's clear that he was not immune to being the subject of public commentary, often facing unwarranted criticism simply due to his association with his father, President Donald Trump. A notable incident occurred in 2017, following Donald Trump's inauguration, when Barron became the target of a controversial joke. Katie Rich, a writer for Saturday Night Live, faced significant backlash for a tweet she posted about Barron. The tweet, which was later deleted, read, "Barron will be this country's first homeschool shooter." This comment led to Rich's indefinite suspension from the show. Additionally, there was scrutiny and criticism directed at Barron over his attire. In August 2017, Ford Springer of the Daily Caller commented on Barron's casual clothing, suggesting that he should dress more appropriately for public appearances, despite his young age and the absence of formal duties as the president's son. These incidents prompted reactions from individuals who had previously been in similar positions as children of U.S. presidents. Chelsea Clinton and Jenna Bush Hager, both former first children, spoke out in defense of Barron, emphasizing the need to respect his privacy. Hager, in a conversation with People magazine, pointed out that Barron had no say in his father's decision to run for president. Chelsea Clinton, utilizing a platform formerly known as Twitter, now X, called for the media and the public to allow Barron the private childhood he deserved. He spent his most formative years under a microscope with no freedom. Growing up as the child of a high-profile figure, Barron Trump was no stranger to security measures. However, the level of protection that comes with having the Secret Service as part of your daily life is significantly different from private security details or NYPD escorts he might have experienced earlier. This change became more pronounced when his father, Donald Trump, was confirmed as the Republican presidential nominee. The role of the first son brought with it a constant presence of Secret Service agents who discreetly yet vigilantly monitored his safety at all times, a reality that continued even after his family left the White House. Barron's life under this protective umbrella extended to his school environment. When he began attending Oxbridge Academy in Palm Beach, Florida, the school's head, Ralph Maurer, felt it necessary to inform other parents about the presence of Secret Service agents on school grounds. In a letter mentioned by First Coast News, Maurer explained, "A small contingent of Secret Service agents will be present during each school day. We are working directly with the Secret Service to ensure that logistics and security work smoothly and discreetly with little impact on students, faculty, staff, or day-to-day operations." Under the former President's Protection Act of 2012, children of former presidents are entitled to Secret Service protection until they turn 16. However, Barron continued to have this security detail until he turned 17, likely due to the unique circumstances surrounding his father's high-profile status and potential re-election campaign. His parents' relationship is always picked apart. Barron Trump's life, already unique due to his father's high-profile status, has been further complicated by persistent media attention on his parents' marriage. Reports and rumors about discord between Melania and Donald Trump, including speculation about a potential divorce, have been a constant feature in the press. Some of these rumors come not just from tabloid speculation, but also from individuals with connections to the Trump family. Omarosa Manigault Newman, who first came into the public eye on The Apprentice and later worked in the White House, made striking claims about the Trumps' marriage. Newman stated, "Melania is counting every minute until he is out of office and she can divorce." She also suggested that if Melania attempted to leave while Donald was in office, there could be significant consequences. Such comments add to the already complex narrative surrounding the Trump family's personal life. Beyond these sensational allegations, other publications have also delved into the state of Melania and Donald's relationship. A May 2023 article in People magazine cited sources suggesting that Melania was discontented and leading a separate life from her husband. Similarly, Vanity Fair's Bess Levin made a stark comment, stating, "Melania quite obviously despises her spouse just as much as many an American." For Barron, now a high school student and no longer the young child he was when his father became president, these rumors could be more discernible and impactful. While it's unclear how much media he consumes, the likelihood of him being exposed to these reports is high, especially given the prevalence of social media and his peers who might discuss such topics. Seeing viral videos on platforms like TikTok, such as those showing Melania swatting away Donald's hand, can be particularly distressing for a child, even one accustomed to public scrutiny. The potential emotional toll of hearing rumors about his parents' unhappiness or witnessing public scrutiny of their relationship cannot be understated. For any teenager, navigating rumors and public perception about their family's private matters is a challenging ordeal. Even Barron Trump's siblings aren't safe. Being part of a family constantly in the public eye, as is the case for Barron Trump, can be an exceptionally challenging experience. Barron has not only witnessed the intense scrutiny directed at his parents, but has also seen his siblings face their share of public criticism and controversy. Ivanka Trump, one of Barron's older siblings, took on significant roles during Donald Trump's presidency, including serving as an advisor and as the director of the Office of Economic Initiatives and Entrepreneurship. Despite the prestige of these positions, as noted by Britannica, her appointment was met with skepticism and questions about her qualifications, given her lack of prior political experience. The scrutiny continued even after her tenure in the White House had ended. For instance, in November 2023, Ivanka faced criticism for stating she couldn't testify during a school week at her father's fraud trial, a reason many perceived as inadequate. Similarly, Barron's brother, Donald Trump Jr., has also been a target of media attention and public mockery. For instance, Sky News reported a somewhat humorous request from him to a courtroom sketch artist during a $250 million fraud trial involving his father. Both he and his brother Eric have faced accusations of amplifying claims of election fraud. For Barron, growing up in such a high-profile family with almost daily negative headlines about its members must be a daunting experience. The constant media attention and public discourse surrounding the Trump family likely make it difficult for his parents to shield him from these issues. A woman threatened to kill Barron Trump. Barron Trump's life, already marked by the unique challenges of being part of a high-profile family, has at times faced serious and alarming situations. One such incident occurred in August 2023, when a woman named Tracy Fiorenza was arrested and made a court appearance for allegedly threatening to kill Barron. This threat was not just a vague statement, but a direct one, as she reportedly sent a letter to the headmaster of Barron's school in Florida. According to NBC Chicago, the letter contained a chilling message: "I will state that I will shoot Donald Trump Sr. and Barron Trump straight in the face at any opportunity I get." Following this, Fiorenza was charged with transmitting threats to kill or injure another person in interstate commerce. The extent of Barron's knowledge about this specific threat and the arrest of Fiorenza is not clear. But despite the gravity of the situation, he appeared to be coping well. Such incidents can be incredibly distressing, not just for the individual targeted, but also for their family and loved ones. In the wake of this incident, there was a notable response from the public across various social media platforms. People, regardless of their political affiliations, seemed united in their condemnation of such threats, especially when directed at a child. On Reddit, for instance, users expressed strong opinions against Fiorenza's actions. One Redditor commented, "Book, prosecute, and sentence. Screw this scumbag. Nobody should be threatening a child." Another user echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the distinction between public figures like Donald Trump and his minor son, stating, "Disgusting. Say whatever you want about Donald. He is in the public light because he wants to be. His son? A minor, no less. He is off limits." Politics often stirs strong emotions, yet it's universally agreed that advocating violence, particularly against an innocent child, is completely unacceptable. While the Trump family has not publicly addressed these events, the Daily Mail noted that around the same period, Melania Trump was dedicated to maintaining her son's privacy and was actively assisting him in his college search. Echoing this sentiment, a source shared with People magazine. Remember, Melania is a mom first, with a son who's not yet an adult, and her primary focus is his protection. His dad may go to jail. Dealing with a parent facing legal troubles is a daunting experience for any child, and Barron Trump is currently navigating this challenging reality. His father, former President Donald Trump, is embroiled in a series of legal battles, facing an array of charges that include allegations related to hush money payments, election interference, and mishandling of classified documents. The possibility of Donald Trump being convicted and potentially serving jail time adds a layer of uncertainty and stress to the situation. Donald Trump himself seems to display a stoic attitude towards these legal challenges, as reflected in his interview with NBC's Meet the Press, where he stated, "I don't even think about it. I'm built a little differently, I guess, because I have had people come up to me and say, 'How do you do it, sir? How do you do it?' I don't even think about it." Amidst this turbulent backdrop, Barron is in a crucial phase of his life, focusing on completing his final year of high school and preparing for college. These are significant milestones for any teenager, but for Barron, they are overshadowed by the intense media attention surrounding his family. His efforts to carve out his own path and establish an independent life are complicated by the ongoing public scrutiny and the legal woes facing his father. Adding to this complex situation is the fact that Donald Trump is campaigning to return to the presidency in the 2024 election. This decision further intensifies the media spotlight on the Trump family, ensuring that the scrutiny and public interest will continue unabated. For Barron, this means navigating his personal and academic life amidst a relentless media storm, a challenge that is likely to persist for the foreseeable future. Barron Trump will never have a normal life. Barron Trump's birth into a family of considerable wealth and public prominence meant that his life was never going to be ordinary. His father, Donald Trump, was already a globally recognized figure due to his business empire and celebrity status long before entering the political arena. Initially, Barron managed to maintain a relatively low profile, enjoying the privileges that come with being part of a wealthy family, without the burdens of widespread public attention or the harsher aspects of fame. However, his family's tenure in the White House fundamentally altered his life, exposing him to unprecedented levels of scrutiny and public interest. Now, at 17 years old, Barron faces the challenge of carving out his own identity in the shadow of his father's controversial and highly publicized career. The Trump name, with its capacity to both open doors and attract criticism, presents a unique set of circumstances for him. His future, much like those of his siblings, is likely to be shaped by both the advantages and the challenges that come with his family legacy. The question remains, can Barron, the child whom Melania Trump takes great pride in, navigate past the complexities of his experiences? Or will the weight of these events prove overwhelming? The situation is further complicated by the ongoing legal drama involving Donald Trump's indictments, adding another layer of public attention and potential stress to Barron's life. As he transitions into adulthood, the path he will take and the person he will become are subjects of much speculation. Regardless of the direction he chooses, it's clear that his life experiences, marked by extraordinary circumstances and the unique pressures of being part of the Trump family, will set him apart from his peers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on what the future holds for Barron Trump. Do you think he will carve out a niche for himself separate from his family's legacy, or will he follow in the footsteps of his father's public life? Share your perspectives in the comment section below, and if you found this discussion intriguing, don't forget to like and subscribe to show your support. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.